We're going to have 13 on board. Everybody should have signed the hold harmless and everything. Got that? Okay. Be 2 pilots up front. Everybody's got their seats. That's the most important thing. Everybody knows where they're at. And once we get up and going, we'll be able to move around once we're up there. We'll have about an hour and a half. The weather just moved through there just a little bit ago. What I'd like to do is I've already filed. We're planning to take off between 10:15 and 10:30. So I'd like to push at 9:30. Get out there. By the time we get everything set up, it'll be a 9:45. By the time we get everybody on board, pull the chocks, we'll start engines at 10 to 10:05. Taxi at 10:10. Take off sometime after 10:15.
So the bombardier seat is probably the coolest seat in the house. I mean, you think about when you sit there and you're going, you see the world go by at 200, 250 miles an hour. You think about the young men the boys really, who were sitting there during the war. And these were 17, 18-year-old young men, boys, and they were in charge of dropping the bombs and looking through the gun sight. And they were exposed. I mean, that's just glass separating them between the enemy, oftentimes at their low bombing runs at 8,000 feet. Before they could get back up to pressurized altitude, they were being chased. There was flak, and so you think about how close you are to the ground there and how close you are to the edge of the plane, and you're looking out at glass, and it's a really wild ride to sit there and think back of, you know, these guys, these war heroes who sat there and did the job they did.
What I tell everybody is we're here to give an experience, because anybody can go sightseeing in a Cessna, you know, fly 1,000 or 1,500 feet. When you're on dock, it's an experience, because you're there, you're experiencing the startup, you're experiencing the engine runs, you know, and the takeoff is like nothing you get any, you know, on an airline or on a jet. So it's the rumble, the props. She's unpressurized. Usually a window or two's open, so you actually get wind through the cockpit type of thing. The flight engineer flies with his window open and that. So it's more a full body of experience versus just a way to get from point A to point B. That was awesome. Beautiful day to fly. We pretty much get an audience. In fact, we were somewhere and I can't remember. We're just flying by and a guy says, "Hey," he says, "I'm gonna be off the radio frequency for a minute or two," and he actually left the tower or the approach control, wherever it was, just to watch us fly by. I mean, when there's only 2 of them out there flying. In fact, one of the radio calls, we're going into Kansas City, and they said, "Are you really a B-29?" And I said, really, we're a B-29. And the whole crew laughed at that.